All right, I'm back for Dust2S's ongoing coverage of Philadelphia CS2 rather, and I'm here with Obi Elite following G3's unfortunate loss to Lag to end out the event. So the first thing I wanted, of course, I have to start with is that was such an incredible match. What are your feelings coming out of the series?
Um, we should have closed out the series on Nuke. It was like at one point I think it was 12-5, and we should have just I don't know tried more harder. At that point, like 12-5, we just thought we just won, and then we kind of carelessly lost some rounds, and then at the end when we started to try hard, it was like over. And Anubis, and then they just were a better team.
And there was something really strange that happened in the final round. We saw in broadcast very briefly that Call Me Sue's monitor went out. Can you sort of talk us through what happened from there from your perspective?
Just an unlucky round. Nothing can be said there. We should have just like finished it out earlier, so maybe that's karma for throwing.
Despite not ultimately being the winner today, though, this was such an incredible run from G3. I don't think a lot of people really knew a whole lot about this team. Of course, you guys are an ESA Advanced Playoffs, but I really think that you've put yourself on the radar. So, how are you feeling about the run overall? Are you proud of what your team was able to accomplish?
Yeah, kind of proud, but in my mind, we should have won. Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know, so this roster obviously had two Mongolian players, one Chinese player, and then Aryavist was a stand-in in place of TMK. So it was actually a Mongolian-majority roster, and that's something that we've never really seen in North America before. What's the story there about these three Mongolians who are playing in North America?
Airburst is like he's an old guy compared to us. He's like 26, 7. He just plays by like as a side gig to his work. And then Neo and me, we are in like university. We just play during our off time. Then Calamity and Sue, we just found them like 2 months earlier. Then I think we're not gonna play anymore after this together.
Really? I think a lot of people would be really sad to hear that.
Like for 4 or 5 months. I
Okay,
think Sue
so
is going back to China, and Ento and I are gonna like take a break during summer. I may go back to home for a bit. Yeah.
now, I think hopefully after those 4 and 5 months, you guys come out together because this was an incredible run from this roster, and I think especially I had a chance to talk to Call Me Sue earlier, and he recently made FPL, and he's just a sensation. He's one of the best new players I've seen in a long time in the NA scene. What was it like playing with What was it like sort of playing with such a star like that who's still so young?
I don't know. At first, like we met during I think it was EC Advanced Playoffs. He was on a Chinese stack and he was like dropping 30 kills each map against us, and we thought he was pretty good. And then I sent a friend request to him, and then he said, "Let me join your team." And then we were trying to find two people, so we just took him, and he's really good.
Now, I feel like in a way you're a little bit too humble in a sense that you're just like, oh, I'm just here, I'm just playing university, whatever. For those who don't know, you were actually a semi-pro back in Mongolia, playing with, I believe, Clutch Gaming and one other squad that eludes me at this time. What can you tell me about your career back in Mongolia?
Uh, I was like mainly just a standing, I would say. Those Clash Gaming, their roster is like very random. You would have like different 5 people on one day and another 5 people on a different day. So I just mainly stand in front of them.
However, it's quite interesting right now at this exact date because today we saw the major start, and there's the Mongols in that, and it's the it's the sort of continuation of the Mongolian ascendancy in World Counter Strike. While we have three other Mongolians in the finals here at Philadelphia, do you think we're sort of in a Mongolian Counter Strike golden age?
I don't know, but I think we can do more. There's one of my friends who was like a pro in Mongolia. He also came here for university, and we're gonna play like I don't know 1 or 2 seasons later after he settles in. Then we can maybe make it to ECL and beat teams.
Who's that?
It's a Laxi, if you ever seen it.
Oh, yeah, Laxi.
Yeah, he played in like Asian ECL for a bit.
Okay. Now, so something I've always wondered about the Mongolian scene is I know like the majority of Mongolians live in Ulaanbaatar, correct? And so does that mean that all the Mongolian players know each other?
Yeah, almost.
So it's a pretty close knit scene, then, is what you would say.
Yeah. Almost everyone would know. Like everyone that's like familiar to this scene would know like each other's boot camp locations and everything. They're all like kind of friends.
And I think that's something that's very special because America's such a huge country, and you sometimes only see your teammates once a year. But since coming to America, how have you been enjoying your time overall, sort of competing in North America?
I'm like I don't know.
Complicated answer, it seems. What could you do it in one word? What's the one word to describe your time in NACS?
I don't know. Hard maybe. People accuse me of cheating.
That's not very nice. Don't they know you played for Clutch Gaming? I don't know about I don't know about that. Well, so I think what we've seen here is that the Mongolian scene, even in North America, is on the come up. So I definitely think I know you're sad about the loss, but you guys have so much to be proud of. That's Obi Elite from Team G3, and I'm sure we'll see more of him in the future. Thank you so much for your time.